Los Angeles. Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA. And a couple of injuries among their reserves. I expect their starters guys will be ready to do whatever's needed.
2 players injured. One of their stars out. Something they'll have to dig deep to overcome.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Doncic out there with Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Clippers, we've got Marcus Morris. Paul George is out there with Rajon Rondo. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubac in at the 5. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. Can't connect from short range.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Now, here's Doncic. Shoots over Leonard.
And a good example of why Leonard perpetually makes the all-defensive team. You are caught on the Hawaiian Islands.
And they pick up 2.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. Lets it go from 14. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. And stolen by Richardson. And Doncic gets it to go.
And maybe a deep breath moment for them. They're now 1 for 4 to start the game.
Rondo looking over the floor. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Although he's a bit smaller, Rondo knows he's got to outthink guys on the interior, and that time drew the contact.
The Mavericks have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. The drive by Doncic. Here's Powell. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult one.
Here's Rondo. And that one is good from Zubac.
Now that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Doncic against Rondo. Powell. And the rejection by Zubac. And here we go. George heading to the hoop.
Oh. Paul George dunk contest? He's maybe a little older, but I love to see him get up.
To the paint. And the dunk by Porzingis.
There are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
George against Richardson. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. 1:52 left to play in the first quarter.
And the versatility of Paul George's game. Elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
You think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor. I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
A different look for the Clippers. Patterson, he's checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Leonard. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Hardaway's checked in for Dallas. Here's George. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Luka Doncic.
Yeah, I think you got to be cautious when you guard Paul George. He's not afraid of the contact, and that time welcomed it.
And the Clippers making a change here. Man's checked in, and the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Powell. Maxi Kleber comes in for Porzingis. J.J. Redick's checked in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Now here's Hardaway. Here's Cauley Stein. The rebound by Patterson. Clippers leading by 4. George passes to Batum. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Yeah, we love when great offensive players get in a scoring rhythm, but Paul George right now in a great passing rhythm tonight.
Feeds it to Cauley Stein. Hardaway with a wide open look. Dallas again missing.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Fires the 3. Rebound by the Clippers.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And it's George finishing it off.
Sweet finish from Paul George there. I like to see him get up to the rim like that.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Brunson kicks to Hardaway. One-on-one fast break. And the jam by Nicholas Batum.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
And so it's Los Angeles going into the break with a 10-point lead. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We'll return shortly. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
We've got Kawhi Leonard. Patrick Patterson is out there with Batum. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's man in at the shooting guard position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Burke, the pass to Brunson. The feed to Cauley Stein. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Cauley Stein shooting with confidence that close around the rim.
Now Jackson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Fast break, Dallas. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. The Mavericks shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. And that one falls for Cauley Stein. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are. But look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. And the rejection by Marjanovic. Burke, the pass to Brunson. To the middle, here's Marjanovic. That one falls coming off Burke's feet. Marjanovic has got his first points in this one.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
The pass to Leonard. And then jammed down right as he goes over Marjanovic.
It looks like an orange in his hand, and Kawhi tenacious to the rim with that finish.
Passes it to Hardaway. Trying to get open is Marjanovic. It's good on the putback. Marjanovic has got his second basket of the game.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in. Jackson passes to Mann. It's Patterson atop the key. Shot clock at 5. Leonard on the wing. Hardaway with the steal. Fast break, Dallas. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Burke.
That's a defensive breakdown. You can't let him get that deep.
Yeah, how do you let him get a lounge chair down there and be comfortable in the paint like that?
Pass to Mann. Up top, Batum. Jackson finds Leonard. It's rebounded by Dallas. 1:24 left to play in the first half. Leonard with the steal. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Banked in off the glass. Leonard's got 8 points in the quarter.
Making the easy shots and the tough shots. He's on top of his game.
Jackson against Brunson. Pass to Marjanovic. Makes it off the glass. Marjanovic has got 6 points.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
Jackson kicks to Leonard. 43 seconds left now here in the second. Count that one. He's got 12.
Defense shaking their heads. No idea how to stop him in this quarter. He's got him on the ropes.
Up top, Burke. Down low. Here's Brunson. Basket good.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Powell, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Porzingis is coming in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Hardaway. And it's Richardson in for Burke. Rondo passes to Kennard. In the corner, George with it. 15 seconds left in the first half.
That's a nice play by Paul George, showing a nice touch from the mid-range.
To the inside. That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket from Powell.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's Morris. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo.
Now, you can't leave someone open around Rondo. He'll find him.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome. Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He had 12 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 steal. And that'll...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
On the court for the Mavericks. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Richardson is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. Here's George. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Richardson.
You wonder if Paul George finally has a situation here where he could show why he's an elite player, why he's an all-star, but to pay off how hungry he is to prove it with a late postseason run. A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Doncic.
And he's capable of scoring from anywhere, really. Doncic has a strong grasp here of the mid-range.
Back to George. Launches a three, and it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got 3 assists now in this one. To the paint. Doncic against Rondo. And they double up Doncic. Richardson gets a wide open look. Unable to get that one. So the Clippers will take it the other way. They've led by as much as 10. Outside, George. It's rebounded by Porzingis.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Dallas making a switch here. Redick is checked in. The drive by Doncic. Lays it up off the glass. Doncic has got 8.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Outside Leonard. The pass to George. That shot no good. Mavericks trail by 4. And the wide open shot from Redick. Offensive rebound. That one no good. The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Leonard and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And so little can be done to stop that. Leonard with the jets to screen down the lane, then tops it off with the thunder finish.
Here's Doncic. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. He's got 10. Your son, Cole Gregg, was one of the top high school players in America. A lot of services had him number 1. Talk about what it was like going through the recruiting process as a dad.
You know, it was fun for the most part because he really kind of kept everything in perspective. And the teams we dealt with, the schools we dealt with, man, they were all top-notch. So that process, about as enjoyable as one could ask for. But at the same time, it's still stressful, man. That's still your little guy getting ready to head off to college.
Well, you're a dad and a proud one at that. Zubac, that's good. And the Clippers lead by 4.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there. Dead on target.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Off target from outside. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. And that one drops for him.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Mavericks trail by 6. There's 1:40 left in the third. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Porzingis showing you what he can do if he gets that close. The big man up big time.
George looking around. Passes it to Zubac. It's rebounded by Dallas. Porzingis finds Richardson. From outside, off the mark. Los Angeles leading by 4. Oh, Leonard in position.
Changing ends quickly, getting the advantage in numbers and finishing. They've been doing it all night long.
Yeah, their energy level's been amazing. Battery bar still full, hustling and still working hard out there.
And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got his 5th assist in this one. The 3 for Doncic. Here's Powell out to Doncic. Drills the baseline jumper.
He was sitting back a little bit there in the first half, but feels like showtime now, and he's ready to put some major points up on the board.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Outside Leonard. It's rebounded by Dallas. Powell's got his 4th rebound in this one. Over in the corner, Doncic. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
Yeah, Redick more than happy to get off the ball that time and spot the open man.
And here's George. Fires from deep. The shot comes out. And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. Clippers lead by 4. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Patrick Patterson. Batuma's out there with Morris. Then it's Paul George. And it's Jackson in at the 1 spot. Luka Doncic, he's checked in for Dallas.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Doncic against Jackson. The rebound by Marjanovic. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Luke Kennard, he's checked in for George.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
And the rejection by Marjanovic. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. Doncic with the bucket.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
Here's Kennard. And he gets it to go. Kennard's got his first points of the game.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That'll be his second foul of the game. George is checked in for the Clippers. Hardaway with it. Guarded now by Morris. Hardaway kicks to Marjanovic. And they will get the basket here, folks. And the coach's challenge has been issued. Close game like this, each bucket so critical.
And with this type of goaltending review process, one thing to keep in mind is that the rule states, quote, in order to overturn the event as called on the floor, there must be clear and conclusive visual evidence that the call was incorrect.
And so, Greg, if via replay there is any level of ambiguity, it makes sense that the original ruling would stay. But in that event, the coach has used up his one and only coach's challenge for the game. So, as you can tell, a lot riding on when you choose to use it. And so the decision is in. NBA Replay Center has ruled, guys. The call stands on the goaltender.
And maybe the only downside is that you use up your one coach's challenge for the game. So if anything happens beyond this point, you might wish you had that back. Smart not to take any chances and give it another look on the replay. That's such a valuable safety net for the officials to have.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. This is still a close game, and he told us, guys, we're not far away. We can still get this one. If we seize the moment, we can walk away with the win. Guys?
Clearly a foul.
Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Trey Burke. Here's Leonard. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got 3 assists now in this one. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Dallas. They trail by 3. Hardaway from outside. They get it again. Here's Marjanovic. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Clippers have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Doncic passes to Kleber. Out to Doncic. This one for 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got rebound number 8 now on the night. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. From deep, George. A 3-pointer is right on target. George has got 5 points now this quarter.
And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
And right now is when you have to lay it on the line. Between the two teams, they've clearly been the aggressor.
.130 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Five on the clock. Pass to Zubac. The Clippers need to get off a shot. George, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him to continue missing. Incredible. Doncic decides he wants to take over, and that's his personality. He comes up with the goods on that one.
Outside Leonard. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Well, the wingspan and the timing that Kawhi Leonard has is really remarkable. He utilizes those strengths to dominate both ends of an NBA floor.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Morris comes in for Patrick Patterson. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Nicholas Batum. Then for the Mavericks, Powell, he's jacked in for Marjanovic. Porzingis comes in for Maxi Kleber. And Josh Richardson subbed in for Hardaway.
Crucial that he converts those shots. They've got to keep eating away at the lead.
Outside Leonard. Pass to Zubac. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. And here are the Mavericks now. The drive by Doncic over Rondo. Doncic, no good.
You get a feeling that he made that much more difficult than he had to. No reason why he had to fade away on that jumper.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
You want to keep expending energy, or do you want to start thinking about the next one?
Guys, you never know what you'll see when you're watching Luka Doncic. His offensive creativity is through the roof.
Now the pass to Morris. And again, no good by the Clippers. Richardson the pass to Powell. Here's Doncic. It drops.
And it just seems when Doncic turns it on, it's a sight to see. Incredible at scoring in a variety of ways.
So it's the Clippers. David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. And nothing.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Sure is. Thanks, DA. And a look at the status here of both teams' injured players and who will not be in the lineup.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Here are the five for the Clippers. They've got Ivica Zubac. Paul George is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Batum in at the power forward. And for the Nuggets, Will Barton is out there with Jamal Murray. And it's Nikola Jokic. Then it's Aaron Gordon, and it's Porter in at the small forward. And the teams we're seeing tonight, Steve, they have very deep rotations.
And Kevin, when you can go maybe 10 deep, it keeps your locker room happy. It also protects your team against injuries sinking a season.
Jackson has the open look, and a miss there on the triple. Jokic against Jackson. Gordon with no one around. Paul George grabs the miss. Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep here. Leonard with the ball. Now guarded by Porter. Kicks it out to Leonard. Shoots off the step back. No good that time. Barton with some nice D. Lob pass to Gordon. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Jumps up. And the dunk by Jackson.
Quick off his feet. The long arms. Easy jam for Jackson.
And here's Denver.
And for Jokic, a slow start to last season. Came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape. And boy, did he come on strong down the stretch.
Now, here's George. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Leonard on the wing. 6 to shoot. A floater. Not going to go that time. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is never going to be the most explosive athlete, but some have questioned his conditioning, even his motor. What do you see?
I mean, the crazy thing is, even with those questions, he regularly puts up box scores we haven't seen in half a century. But to win it all, you've got to leave no stone unturned. And I think for a young player, he's got to make more of a commitment to his body, and I think we will see that in time.
Porter passes to Jokic.
A nightly double-double threat. Jokic is also an exceptional playmaker for a guy that size.
The Nuggets shooting their first free throws of this game. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player, already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big men. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all.
Now, here is George. It's good.
Proving how dangerous he is. Give George these looks, and he'll knock him down.
And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for Denver. Trailing by 2. Back to Murray. And again, Denver no good. And Los Angeles guys shooting a lowly 30% to start this game out. Rondo kicks to Morris. Millsap with the steal. And Murray. Here we go. And it's Murray with the jam.
Now that's beautiful. Millsap could have forced something there, but instead waits for his open teammate.
Murray against George. Good defense by Jokic.
Off the mark once again. Terrible quarter for him thus far.
For 3, Murray. Denver gets it back. The shot that time, not on target. LA has gone 0-2 from deep here. Here's Morris. That one, no good. Murray with the defensive effort. The Nuggets have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Oh, Porter in position.
And the precise passing of Murray, really moving the ball well around the floor.
The Clippers trail. Rondo scanning the floor. He kicks it to Patterson. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist.
I like that approach, playing inside out, forcing the defense to scramble.
The Nuggets have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Campazzo. The Nuggets get it back in a new 14.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
It's Patterson atop the key. In the corner, George with it. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. George has got 5 now.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Outside Millsap. Now here's Murray. Tight defense on him. And it's Jokic missing.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Outside, George. It could go. No good on the last second attempt there. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. We recently checked in with Jamal Murray, who discussed the team's approach to each.
The mentality of how we play, how we move the ball.
Greg sounds like something a coach would say.
It's probably something his coach has said time and time again, but Murray's really matured into a reliable, sometimes spectacular performer for this team.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
And you can't cause those mistakes unless you're willing to gamble. So far, they've rolled the dice, and it's paid off.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for the Clippers right now, Luke Kennard out there with Morris. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then there's Patrick Patterson. And it's man in at the 2 spot.
Exploding to the rim, Luke Kennard slams it in. His offensive energy is a difference maker. Well, how can you not love the continued resurgence of JaVale McGee? There were some years where he was trying to figure it out. Now he's a big factor for this team at center.
Here's Morris. Nifty move. He lays it in.
An efficient scorer inside. Morris can beat you with a variety of moves.
The Nuggets have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Campazzo, guarded by Jackson. Back to Gordon. Wide open look. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. You know, Smitty, the change for McGee's pretty simple. He got some direction on how to play. Now he does everything he can to play within himself.
Kevin, that has been a huge difference maker for JaVale McGee. And you know when he's focused, he can make an impact. Plays in short bursts, but very effective.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Jackson down low. Patterson. Rebounded by McGee.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far. And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
And not a next-level athlete, but Morris has the ability to face up and beat his man off the dribble.
Dozier passes to Millsap. Here's Dozier. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
And you can see the mindset he has. When the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
Jackson passes to Leonard. Oh, my goodness!
Did you see
what a play?
Kevin? Unbelievable. So explosive with the dunk. Kawhi Leonard gets up quick to slam it down.
The shot's good from McGee.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Jackson finds Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson. Staying patient, surveying the court, locates the open man.
Tipped away. 1:22 left in the first half of the game. And then Leonard with the dunk.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
We talk about it time and time again. Turnovers are costly, especially when the game is close.
Gordon outside. The Clippers grab the miss, and it's JaVale McGee with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the Nuggets making a change here. Jokic is checked in. And then for the Clippers, George is checked in for Luke Kennard. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Reggie Jackson. The Clippers have gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. There's the pass to Leonard. Zubac kicks to Leonard. And then jammed down, as he goes right over Jokic.
Strength, body control, and focus. Kawhi showing it all right there.
Porter's checked in for the Nuggets. Los Angeles shooting their first free throw this game.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Now here's Murray. Porter passes to Jokic. Bucket is good. Jokic has got 6.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
George against Barton. And George, here we go. And a missed layup. The Nuggets trail by 3. One-on-one fast break. Here's Murray. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. 6 points for him.
And the quick feet of Murray really doing an extraordinary job getting out in transition.
And here's George for 3. Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got 6 rebounds here tonight. On its way from Clark for 2. And no good on the last second attempt this time. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for Los Angeles.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, good to see you back. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They ended the period holding on to
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
Murray out there with Will Barton. Then it's Porter. Then there's Gordon. And it's Jokic in at the 5 spot. That's the group on the floor for Denver.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And so it's Barton bringing it up for the Nuggets. It's a 3-point game. Murray, the pass to Barton. Now Jokic. Zubac's defending. Fades. The shot, no good. So the Clippers will take it the other way. And finished off by Leonard.
Common occurrence for Leonard. Once he makes his way to the rim, Kawhi levels up.
Murray, the pass to Barton. On the wing, Porter shoots over Leonard. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
Talented, driven. He puts constant pressure on your defense.
Outside, George. Leonard with the ball. Now guarded by Porter. And it's Leonard missing.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
Porter, no luck. Clippers leading by 3. Jackson. Leonard attacking. Porter pulls it in. Nuggets have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Gordon finds Jokic for the tie. Batum grabs the miss.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
The 3 from George. And it's Denver with the rebound. Jokic has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Porter outside. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Very cold start to the second half. 1 for 5, looking for some continuity.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Now here's Murray. He's got 6. Pass to Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 3 assists now in this one.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
And with what we saw in the bubble, Murray has clearly elevated his game. Showed that he could be a #1 option on offense. I mean, his output was an incredible part of that run for the Nuggets.
Shot clock at 5. Here's George. Gets the bucket and the foul. It's going to be on Jamal Murray.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Patterson, he's checked in for Zubac. Morris comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Here's Dozier. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's Millsap. Green breaking loose. Millsap misses. You know, Greg, the further we went into the playoffs, the more Jamal Murray looked like a star.
I mean, Kevin, big shots in clutch situations. Logged heavy minutes, but, you know, never wavered. A truly heroic performance from Murray all postseason.
And it's the Nuggets with the ball after Paul George getting his 3 to go. Here's Dozier. He's covered by Rondo. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. And now the fast break. George with the ball. There's the triple. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Dozier. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Nicholas Batum. This is his first free throw of the game.
And really, the line a season ago was just a battle for him. Just about a 72% free throw shooter.
JaVale McGee's checked in for JaMychal Green. And the Clippers making a change here. Clippers leading by 11. And here's Rondo. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Passes to Oturu. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Patterson down low. McGee's there. Denver's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Dozier. Kennard with the rebound.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Green's checked in. We have got to see that sensational mobile 1 block again.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
The Nuggets trail by 11. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Out to the wing.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
And you know what? He knows it. You have to try to play within the system or you're going to come away with empty possessions.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. The Clippers on top, ending the third quarter. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there's so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul, 3 guys that, you know, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. Giannis, you know, witnessing his journey to greatness. All the while, he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst, partner, but a fan and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got Morris. Rajon Rondo is out there with Luke Kennard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Oturu in at the 4 spot. Jacks up a 3. They grab their own miss. And it's put back up and in by Rondo. And the Clippers lead by 15.
Rondo is a clever player, recognizing how to track down second chance opportunities.
Here's Murray. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
That's a well-timed, well-coordinated play. Comes right off the pick for the lay-in.
Outside Rondo. Pass to Oturu. And yes, it's good. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
I have to enjoy seeing Murray jam it down. His vertical is very impressive.
Rondo against Murray. Kennard on the wing. Green with the rebound. And Murray's got the ball here for the Nuggets. Trailing by 13. And Gordon gets it to go in on the assist by Paul Millsap.
And there's just so much athleticism to Gordon's game. Good luck trying to contain him inside.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Kennard's shot is off. The Nuggets have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And here's the fast break. Morris passes to Zubac. Over Green. Goes back up. And Zubac puts it in.
Relentless on the offensive glass, and then you love the finish.
The Nuggets trail by 13. Murray the pass to Gordon. No good from outside.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Patterson, he's checked in for Zubac. Leonard comes in for Marcus Morris. George is checked in for Luke Kennard. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Los Angeles with another miss.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
George with no one around. No good with the triple.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Murray. Goes up again. The shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Clippers.
I think the attitude was very impressive. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Absolutely. They put on a tremendous performance in terms of the effort and intensity. This was a well-deserved win.
And we watched them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for Paul George.
Throughout the night, he was their catalyst at the offensive end. Play after play was run through him with great success.
Outside Jackson. 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Just too big a deficit to come back from at this point.
And you know, disappointment starts to set in a little bit. You fought all night, just wasn't meant to be.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
George looking around. From deep, sinks the three-pointer.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
And guess what? It's going to be a fun flight home. Total team effort. Big win on the road.
And you better hammer Jokic to get him off on his shot. The Serbian is a solid 7-footer and laser focused.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. First. It's the NBA Live on 2K. D8.
Hey, Kevin, the Mavericks had...
It might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. We've got Aaron Gordon. Porter is out there with Jamal Murray. And there's JaVale McGee. And it's Jokic in at the 4 spot. And for the Mavericks, we've got Doncic. Porzingis is out there with Willie Cauley-Stein. Then there's Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. Murray dishes to Porter. Over Richardson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Well, this seems to be a game that could be very tactical, Greg. Both teams relying on execution in the half court.
And, Kevin, you're going to see a lot of ball movement and body movement, and you can't just stand around and watch one guy go to work. I think that puts so much pressure on the defense with how the game is played.
And an emphasis on coaching, too.
Yes.
Doncic passes to Cauley-Stein. And the basket is good.
What a pass by Luka Doncic. He's got tremendous size, and obviously they want the ball in his hands.
Now here's Murray. Pass to McGee. Doncic comes with the double team. Clock at 6. Shot by Gordon, wide open. A three-pointer off the mark.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. A three-pointer, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And if you're drawing up your starting 5 for team irrational confidence, Jamal Murray makes a strong case. This guy is fearless.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
A pure shooter who's also efficient. Porter nearly automatic from mid-range.
Here's Doncic. Michael Porter making his last shot. Doncic looking it over. Shot from free throw range. Rebounded by McGee. And Murray, we know, can be streaky, Greg. Still mid 30% for his career from three-point range.
Of course, the degree of difficulty pretty high on a lot of his shots. Off the bounce with the hand in his face. And he's more than a shooter, a versatile scorer who can get it done in a variety of ways.
The Nuggets shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
For Dallas, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Doncic outside. And the dunk by Doncic.
If he sees a lane to the rim, Doncic will capitalize. Nice drive.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Denver Nuggets. Pass to Jokic. Murray kicks to Gordon. Back to Murray. Over Doncic. That one a little long. The Mavericks have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Richardson. Doncic. And Doncic is right there.
Well, Luka Doncic has every skill necessary to be a difference maker on the boards. Let's begin with his great size.
Now here's Murray. Outside Gordon. Back to Murray. Shoots over Doncic. Murray, no good.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
With the tip, great positioning on the putback.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Here's Murray. Outside Porter. Passes it to Jokic. Over Porzingis. And Jokic gets it to go. The assist from Porter.
And just paying attention to the details, it makes great reads offensively. Jokic is so comfortable with the catch and shoot.
Now here's Doncic. Down it goes, his third basket. He's now 3 for 4.
Boy, his shot looks deadly right now. Already he's hit 3 of 4 to start.
We've got 1:08 left in the first. Murray, the pass to McGee. Here's Finney-Smith, and it's blocked by Gordon.
Boy, the vertical that Aaron Gordon has helps him on the defensive end. Twice on the pipes with that block.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Now here's Brunson. He kicks it to Burke. Plenty of space. Offensive rebound. And the dunk by Powell.
It'd be nice if everybody took as much pride in his rebounding as he does.
You know what? Greg, he loves that part of the game, and it shows.
Well, but as defenders keep forgetting to box him out, he continues to just make them pay.
Yeah, inside, Bolt does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
And here is Burke. 27 seconds left here in the first quarter. Shot clock at 6. The putback, it's good on the putback.
Yeah, they have dialed it up a notch here, really battling to extend this run.
Campazzo, Brunson covering. And the pass to Millsap, inside. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And Millsap is a team player, someone who is very willing to make the right pass to an open teammate.
Burke, and stolen by Gordon. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. And we caught up before the game with Nikola Jokic, who had a
selfless. I mean, you need to cure.
Greg, there are areas of Jokic's game where he probably is the best in the world.
I can't think of a center with better floor vision or better passing ability. His positioning, his angles, his ability to use his size to maximize effectiveness, all at an elite level.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
I love the determination. They want to go after every rebound out there and overwhelming to the opposition right now.
They've got Dwight Powell, Jalen Brunson out there with Burke. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Marjanovic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. Now here's Barton. Fires it up. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder, should he have moved it just one pass more?
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. And we've played just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Barton outside, pass to Bull. And the dunk by Bull.
That's just too easy for Ball. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
Runs in the pass to Marjanovic. It's blocked. And they're pushing it up. Floats it up for Jokic. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
The sneaky athleticism of Jokic, reminding everyone that he's capable of hammering it down on those alley-oops.
Now here's Burke to the middle. Here's Brunson. That one falls coming off Burke's feet.
Well, this is the kind of pass that gets everyone excited. It's also how you build great team chemistry.
Campazzo, Brunson covering. It's stolen by Marjanovic. Fast break Dallas. Burke with the ball. Here's Brunson. Kicks it to Powell. Poked away. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. So it's the Mavericks now. 6 to shoot. Hardaway finds Burke. Dallas needs to get off a shot. The shot by Powell, no good. For Denver, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Porzingis comes in for Dwight Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Now here's Millsap.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
The Mavericks have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
Josh Richardson's checked in for Dallas. Jokic kicks to Murray. Stripped away. Richardson against Porter. And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
You just throw it up there. Trill Will's going to take care of the rest.
Doncic against Murray. And stolen by Richardson. Finney-Smith passes to Richardson. Jokic with the steal. Wide open look here for Murray. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Doncic dishes to Cauley Stein. Richardson with it. Now guarded by Murray. Over in the corner, Porzingis. Richardson the pass to Cauley Stein. Porzingis trying to get free. And it's Cauley Stein. That time on the assist by Richardson.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Jokic kicks to Millsap. Here's Murray. That shot is off. Cauley Stein with the defensive effort. Shooting foul as the whistle. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the...
And so it's Dallas holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to eat. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. At the end of the period, they were up by 2. Thanks for joining us.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So out there for the Nuggets right now, Jokic is out there with Aaron Gordon. Then it's Michael Porter. Then there's Murray. And it's McGee in at the center, locking down the middle.
And let's be honest, Murray has never seen a shot he didn't like, especially these mid-range jumpers.
And the foul on Jamal Murray. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Well, Luka can get himself into the paint with consistency, and boy, does he make that a high percentage finish.
Murray, the pass to McGee. It's deflected. Porzingis with the steal. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. Here's Cauley Stein. Out to Doncic. Again, the Mavericks score.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And it's Murray penetrating. And it's good, 2 points. Murray's got 6.
You got to feel comfortable when Murray is working the pick and roll. His shooting, speed, and passing all are next level.
Doncic outside. To the wing on the left. Finney-Smith passes to Doncic. 4 on the shot clock. Cauley Stein's shot is good.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Murray against Doncic. Now here's Porter. He's covered closely. 2 points. That one goes. He has 6.
Wow, what a start. 3 for 3. Terrific play calling. Everything clicking out of the gates here.
On the wing, Doncic. He's got 12. Finney Smith off target with his 3.
They tried to stay perfect in the half, but 3 for 4 now.
The kick out to Porter. That 3 off the mark. Mavericks leading by 8. Richardson the pass to Cauley Stein. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Cauley Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
Pass to Jokic. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Jokic draws the double. Gordon the pass to Murray. The Mavericks pull it in.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Doncic against Murray. Steps back and shoots. Down low. Here's Cauley Stein, and Cauley Stein throws it down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Here's Murray, and the layup's good off the glass. Murray's got 8 points.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
Doncic passes to Cauley Stein, and the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Redick with the bucket.
Proving he's more than just an outside shooter. Redick also has a sweet touch from that area.
54 seconds left to play in the third. Campazzo, Brunson covering, misses from short range.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
The Nuggets trail by 12. Here's Gordon, and he converts the layup.
That, to me, guys, is a combination of balance and strength. Aaron Gordon, terrific at staying in control on tough finishes.
26 seconds left to play here in the third. Brunson kicks to Redick, but they recover it. The shot off that time. For Denver, they've gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Barton, no luck. Fast break, Dallas. Redick's got the ball. Fires for 3. Dallas again missing. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Mavericks. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate. And how about the setup this was?
How about the secondary playmaking you are getting? Great to have that from the shooting guard spot.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Hardaway is out there with Dwight Powell. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then there's Marjanovic, and it's Redick in at the 2 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
Well, how pretty is the shooting form of Hardaway Jr.? This guy is on point.
The Nuggets trail by 12. Campazzo, Brunson covering. Hardaway with the steal. Poke loose. Green with the ball. Hardaway picks him up. Goes up. And it's Green with the jam.
We've gotten used to Millsap's elite level defending, and there it was on display again. The steal leading to the fast break. Whether he's in the passing lanes or on the ball, he is a problem for the opposing offense.
Redick passes to Brunson. 5 to shoot. Millsap with it. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. And Green is right there. Green's got it back down to single digits for the Nuggets.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Brunson kicks to Reddick. The feed to Powell. Dallas moving the ball around to the inside. Millsap with the steal. Here's Bull. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assists.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Now here's Brunson. Defense right on him. And the wide open shot from Reddick. And the three off target.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
That free throw good from Barton. And the Nuggets making a change here. Both free throws good from Barton. Dallas leading by 4. Doncic outside. Feeds it to Cauley-Stein. Pass to Finney-Smith. Over in the corner, Doncic. 6 on the shot clock. And stolen by Bull. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. And there's the pass to Barton. Here's Jokic. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And the Nuggets with some changes. JaVale McGee's checked in for Bull. And it's Michael Porter in for Green. Doncic against Murray. And Doncic, here we go. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to be on Jamal Murray. Gordon's checked in for Will Barton. That free throw good from Doncic.
And I think for Luka Doncic, one thing he showed right away is he was prepared to be an NBA player. And the fact of the matter is he could be an all-star for a long time moving forward.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, really strong offensive thrust there, but then how about the defense able to negate that attack?
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though.
And Murray has it all. A deadly shooter and a remarkable penetrator. Terrific guard play.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Kleba's checked in. McGee against Doncic. He feeds it to Cauley-Stein. To the left side wing. Kleba, the pass to Cauley-Stein. And he makes that one. And the Mavericks lead by 8.
Pretty dime there. The kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Here's Murray. Denver the rebound. Now here's Porzingis. Richardson left side. Pass to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Mavericks.
Their inside game was what secured them the win tonight.
They had their way in the paint, and those are all high percentage shots, but the defense couldn't stop them from getting down low.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Luka Doncic.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Gordon kicks to Jokic. Outside for Murray. The Nuggets get it back in a new 14. And it's Jokic missing. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
So it's Denver now, trailing by 10. Finished off the break.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Doncic outside. Lets the 3 fly. And the miss. And so it's Dallas winning this one. Even. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Up next, Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports. And they've got a few injuries on their bench. Less options, but you'd think not too big of an impact for them.
2 injuries, one of their stars out, but it's all about how you respond to the adversity.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the shooting guard position. And for the Mavericks, Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic out there with Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. Rebound by the Clippers. Now here's Jackson. And the backcourt matchup tonight, Brent, definitely high-powered at the point guard position in particular. Much more scoring expected than in decades past.
Well, I think guys have the green light, Kevin, to fire away at the first available opportunity. The offense isn't taught the same way with orchestrators at the point guard position. Now guys are looking to be overly aggressive with their scoring prowess and to try to make plays sometimes feels secondary.
And it's Leonard missing.
Yeah, a little bit surprising he hasn't connected on at least one of his 3 shots yet, but he's going to keep shooting.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Clippers have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. George against Richardson. George passes to Zubac. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Well, recognizing the size mismatch and then turns it into an easy basket there. They've got to do a better job with defensive help.
And he gets the bucket.
I like seeing Josh Richardson distribute the ball, especially when his teammates are wide open. That makes for an easy pass.
George against Richardson. George passes to Zubac. Porzingis with the block.
Still searching out their offensive game right now. 1 of 5 from the field to start this one.
Here's Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
And the claw at work. Just one reason why he's always a threat to lead the league in steals. Jump starts the fast break there.
Kleber kicks to Richardson. On the wing, Doncic. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Clock at 6. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Zubac. Lob pass to George. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
A good chance to see Paul George burst that time.
Doncic against Jackson. The drive by Doncic. And the shot is good.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Now, here's George. Pulls up on the wing. They get the rebound. And that one is good from Zubac. Zubac has got 6 points.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Finney-Smith passes to Doncic. And he comes up with the deuce.
That's feel-good moment right there. 3 of 4 so far.
The Clippers in the lead. There's 1:38 left in the first quarter. And he's going up for the alley-oop.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
And they double up Doncic. Pass to Richardson, out to the right wing. Outside, Porzingis. Finney-Smith passes to Doncic. That one misses. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Lob pass to George. Hammers the alley-oop through.
What awareness there from Kawhi, waiting for his teammate to break free and then finds him.
Richardson the pass to Porzingis. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Dwight Powell's checked in for Maxi Kleber. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. J.J. Redick's checked in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Here's Mann. Passes it to Kennard. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Porzingis with the steal. Deflects the pass. Rondo with the steal. Inside, Kennard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Tim Hardaway picks one up.
All the officials are all over that one.
The Clippers shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Hardaway dishes to Powell. The pass to Brunson. No good. Great D that time from Rondo. Here's Mann. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
And so it's Los Angeles in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
Yeah, defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
They've got Dwight Powell. J.J. Redick is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein, and it's Hardaway in at the 3 slot. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. With the putback, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a 6th sense in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a talent.
Now here's Rondo. No points in the game yet for him.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Cauley-Stein. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Brunson against Rondo. Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Great D that time from Redick.
I think he rushed that one just a little bit, thinking the defense was going to get close. They weren't.
Kennard with the rebound. And Morris has got the ball here for Los Angeles. They lead by 4. Nope, not that time. Nothing for 2 from the field. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Here's Brunson, and he banks in the layup. Brunson's got his first basket.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Rondo passes to Mann. He kicks to Patterson. And the rejection by Cauley-Stein.
Cauley-Stein in great position to reject that shot.
Count it.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Clippers have gone 0-4 in the second quarter. Obviously, that needs to change. Rondo against Redick. The shot by Rondo is no good.
Whoops. Got caught in between moves there on his way to the rack.
Here's Kennard. No good that time.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here's Powell. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. And Los Angeles guys shooting 39% from the floor. Not their best. Here's Mann. That one drops for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4. Greg, is a broadcaster, who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who is my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true. And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Rondo looking over the floor. Kicks to Patterson for 3. Mavericks with the rebound.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Brunson finds Powell. Here's Cauley Stein, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
The one thing about Willie Cauley-Stein is you don't really use the word length with him. You talk about his mobility and just how athletic as a big he can be. That activity can be disruptive to any team they're playing against.
Dallas making a switch here. Doncic is checked in. Now here's Jackson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Yeah, you don't see many of these opportunities for this team, but Kawhi, one guy who can get up there and get it done.
And Redick kicks to Powell. To the paint. Got a piece of it. And oh, here we go with George. Nobody back.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
And how about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here.
Here's Cauley Stein. Paul George making his last shot. Cauley Stein trying to free himself up. The shot by Powell, no good. Clippers leading by 5. Here's George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. George has got 4 this quarter.
And you look at it, 8 of the last 10 points they've given up here coming in transition.
Now Cauley Stein uses the glass to finish the layup. Cauley Stein's got 7 points in the game.
Well, a 7-footer that has a bit of moxie. Willie Cauley-Stein loves to play rough down low.
And that'll do it for... Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. From the get-go, it was the Clippers who came out strong. They were able to stretch out their lead to 8 points. And that's...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Without question, George is displaying his skills today.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half. Just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. They've got Paul George. Batuma's out there with Ivica Zubac. And there's Jackson, and it's Leonard in at the 3. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
Again, when you go from second to fourth gear, Paul George puts a lot of pressure on the defense that way.
It's his first trip to the line.
Free throw shooting, not an area he has worried about at all. How about last year, 88% from the line.
So he gets them both.
You can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Doncic with it, and Batum picks him up defensively. Doncic passes to Kleba. It's blocked. And here we go again. The Clippers on the break. Jackson in the corner. Back to George. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Knocked away. Stolen by George. And now the fast break. George with the ball. And there it is for him. And now it's a 9-point Los Angeles lead.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
Pass to Finney-Smith from deep. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, tough to match up with the length of Porzingis, and when he's floating around there.
I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
And here's Richardson. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Leonard. And then Leonard with the dunk.
And don't give a cerebral player like Leonard that kind of opening. He'll read that gap.
Brunson scanning the floor. Hardaway finds Brunson. Dallas moving the ball around. Right at the free throw line. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Patterson, that's good.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
Yeah, this team did something in halftime, going from a mild-mannered half-court executing team to some heroic shooting in the second half.
Here's Powell. Patrick Patterson picking up that last bucket. The shot by Powell, no good. And here again, Los Angeles in transition. Up the court they go. And finished off by Leonard.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively, because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
And so the ball's out of bounds. Powell touched it last. 11 seconds left in the third. And that one, good. Morris has got the lead up to 13 now for the Clippers.
An efficient score inside. Morris can beat you with a variety of moves.
Here's Porzingis. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Los Angeles on top. They lead by 13. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Sometimes that's what can separate some of the best players, not just creating for yourself, but creating for others as well.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the 4th quarter. On the court for the Mavericks, they got Porzingis, Jalen Brunson out there with J.J. Redick. Then there's Hardaway, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 4 spot. Here's Rondo, following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis. Here's Brunson, and the 3 ball is good.
Many times you don't like that shot selection, but sometimes when you're just feeling it in transition and no one's on you, great shot there.
Now here's Rondo, down low. Patterson, that's good. And the Clippers lead by 10.
Well, Patterson usually on the perimeter, this time down on the inside, doing a little bit of damage.
There's the steal. Batum against Brunson, and the layup is good. Brunson's got 5 points now this quarter.
Now, he's not the reason that they're trailing in this one. He's been on his game. It's a few of the other guys that need to pick it up.
That one falls.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this 4th quarter. And George gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Marjanovic checked in for the Mavericks. Luka Doncic comes in for Jalen Brunson. The Clippers also changing it up. Zubac is checked in for Patterson. Leonard comes in for Morris. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Just 2 to shoot. Hardaway, no good. Clippers leading by 10. Outside, George. The pass to Leonard. 3-pointer. And there's Paul George on the assist from Leonard. George has got 9 points now in just the second half. Doncic right side. Dallas no good that time either.
I saw a green light there. The D's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
George against Redick. From downtown, The shot by George, no good.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Porzingis can't hit. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Pass to Jackson. On the wing, George. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here.
Well, Paul George definitely had a chance to take that one himself, but he makes the smart play and a quick dish to a teammate.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Redick finds Marjanovic. They need this. Back to Redick. His first attempt of the game finds the target.
And that's definitely a shot that he has in his arsenal.
Clippers leading by 13. Jackson dishes to Leonard. Back to Jackson. Pass to Zubac. The rebound by Marjanovic.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, you'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it.
Now George, following the Porzingis miss from deep. George against Hardaway. George, no good.
Defense as tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Clippers.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved. They had the good passing, and that led to some open shots.
Solid play, definitely, Kevin.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Paul George.
So sharp on the passing tonight. You know, guys can get into a rhythm that way, too. To leave a guy like that wide open from range, big mix-up.
And stolen by Redick. And the shot goes in.
Well, at this point, they're just trying to get back in sync. You want to play a good brand of basketball.
And consistency definitely is a key to some of the playoff performing teams, and tonight they just did not find it in this contest.
George with no one around, and it's off from three-point range.
And I think they realize any hope of a comeback is gone.
Well, realistic at this stage of the game, they're going to lose this one, but will they take something from the loss?
Hardaway, no good. So the Clippers winning this one easily. A solid win on the road for them. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interest. Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the bright lights and tall buildings of and as the
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. They've got Michael Porter, Aaron Gordon out there with Jokic. Then it's Will Barton, and it's Murray in at the point guard. And for the Clippers, we've got Reggie Jackson. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's George in at the two guard.
That's something you hate. You're trying to come in with an aggressive mindset, and that early foul could take you right out of it.
Outside for Batum. Here's Leonard.
An active player who just takes pride in his defense. Porter is solid at contesting shots with that reach.
And that one's good, Barton. And it's the Clippers' ball. Poked away. Out in his own on the break. By himself. And Barton throws it down.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
Here's George. Denver getting their last shot to go. And stolen by Barton. Porter with it. Leonard picks him up. Barton outside. Jokic against Zubac. Barton dishes to Murray. Back to Barton. Just 5 to shoot. Drills the three-pointer. Barton's got 7 points.
And the precise passing of Murray, really moving the ball well around the floor.
Barton against George. And it's sent back by Jokic. Zubac. That falls. Nice speed that time from George.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
Frustrating beginning for them, but we have a long way to go. Now they just need to string together some buckets.
And so here's Denver. The Clippers getting the bucket. Wide open look here for Murray. It's hauled in by George.
It can be a little disheartening when you do everything right and come away with nothing.
Jackson misses.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
To the middle. Here's Jokic. That one doesn't drop. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Oh, Leonard in position. He can't hit that top.
They are out of rhythm. 1 for 5 so far. You just need to calm down and reward your matchups.
We all know Gordon isn't just going to lay it up. He's going for the throwdown every time.
Here's George. Denver getting their last shot to go. Pass to Zubac. Yep, that one goes in there.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
And it's the Nuggets with the ball. The Clippers getting the bucket. Murray for 3. It's rebounded by Leonard.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. He's money from there.
It's tipped. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Now here's Leonard. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Morris is checked in for Los Angeles. Luke Kennard comes in for Kawhi Leonard. The Nuggets also changing it up. Paul Millsap's checked in for Jokic. And it's Green in for Michael Porter. Rondo. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in.
Well, you can't help but think of the dunk contest robbery with Aaron Gordon. Didn't receive max points on some of his dunks that clearly deserved it. Said he's done with the event after the last go. And I can't say I blame him. And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Back to Murray. Inside. And that one's good. Green.
You know, JaMychal Green is extremely gifted down low. A solid post threat who can get the job done down there.
Clippers moving the ball around. Back to Rondo. There's 37 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Morris kicks to Rondo. Shot clock at 6. And stolen by Murray. Lob pass to Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk.
Out of nowhere, Gordon just soaring in there, and that athleticism carries him straight to the hoop.
Rondo passes to Patterson. Now Kennard. Launches it. Rebound by Murray. Gordon for 3. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for it. And so it's Denver heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. The defensive work they've done against Paul George has been a big factor. He hasn't done anywhere near the kind of damage we expected. We've got more in store for you right after this. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
And they took advantage of some careless ball handling, some careless passing. You have to be more careful around these guys.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So out there for the Nuggets right now, Green is out there with Jokic. Then there's Paul Millsap, and it's Dozier in at the 2-guard spot. The Nuggets leading by 10. To the inside. Pass to Dozier. Lets it fly from 18. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Dozier's got his first points in this one. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Rondo passes to Patterson, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Craig, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but, you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental, and I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
Now, here's Kennard. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. George with no one around. The Clippers get another chance here.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
The Nuggets leading by 8. Green left side. Campazzo, he's covered by Rondo. And the rejection by Zubac. The 3 from George. George missing again. Nuggets have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Fires from the corner. No basket with that shot. Having trouble finding his range. He's 1 for 5.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And he makes good on the layup. George has got his second basket.
Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Dozier kicks to Millsap. To the wing on the left. The Nuggets with another miss. Clippers trail by 6. Here's George. The shot drops. His shooting percentage improves. He's 3 for 7 now with that basket.
Nice little run here to shrink that deficit, but can they get over the hump?
This is the tricky part. Having enough left in the tank to finish the job.
Here's Dozier. They can't stop the run with that one.
And he's frustrated. That's a shot he can make in his sleep.
Here's George. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Power move from PG-13. He's added a lot of muscle to his frame over the years, putting it to good use right there.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor.
I'll tell you, he doesn't give points away. Excellent job from the line.
Murray kicks to Porter. The dish to Barton. They swipe it. Kennard with the ball. Out guarded by Murray. And George gets it to go. George has got the game tied up here for Los Angeles.
And guys, you'd have to say this run really triggered by their transition offense.
Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite tool, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for Denver. Porter comes up empty down low. And here's Los Angeles. A nice run, going 12 in a row. Outside Leonard. Plays it up and banks it in. Leonard's got the lead up to 2 now for Los Angeles.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Barton kicks to Murray. A second chance effort, and 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Patrick Patterson.
Yeah, Ball with the unique combination of height and skill. That's a challenge for any defender.
He's perfect from the line this time. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Jackson against Murray. Jackson kicks to Patterson. Count it.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
16 seconds left in the second quarter. Now here's Barton. He's guarded closely. Here's Bol. Shoots over Patterson.
Yeah, inside, Bol, he does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
Leonard with no one around. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. It was a rough ride in the first quarter for the Clippers. They struggled to find an offensive rhythm. And that...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Without question, George displaying his skills today.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. And there's Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac, and it's George in at the shooting guard position. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Now here's Murray. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. Passes to Gordon. Shoots over Batum. A shake. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Nicholas Batum.
And there's no question that Gordon is a talented player, and it's clear he wants to be a star in this league.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now, and in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from 3, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those 3 guys can all hit pull-ups and step backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the 3 guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Jokic controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Nuggets lead by 3.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
And George, here we go. It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
So smart with the ball in his hands. George reads the floor well and takes advantage of what's there.
Nuggets have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. And here is Murray. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. The putback and the second chance effort by Gordon.
And offensive rebounding really about timing and positioning there. Gordon using both to burn the D.
Outside Jackson. To the paint. Here's George. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. George has got 6 here in this quarter. For Denver, they've gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. And that one's good. Barton.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Right side George. The Nuggets leading by 3. Gordon the pass to Porter. Batum with the steal. And George kicks to Jackson. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And the dunk by Zubac.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those 2.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Here's Dozier. Puts it up from 12. Morris with the rebound. One-on-one here. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. It's rebounded by Dozier. The Nuggets have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Here's Bol, and the dunk by Bol.
That's just too easy for Bol. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
The pass to Patterson. Here's Coffey. 6 to shoot. Morris passes to Coffey. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Back to Clark. Tries a 3. And no good that time. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. And stolen by Bol. 32 seconds left in the third. An easy 2 points on the layup. Bulls got 4 points in the quarter.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Clippers trail by 5. Outside Rondo. To the left wing. Mann passes to Rondo. Back to Patterson. Over to the wing. Outside Rondo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Picked away. Unhindered. Going all the way. And counted the shot. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. What a defensive effort they put on Kawhi Leonard. It's rare to see him have the kind of trouble he's had tonight. And we'll be back with you shortly. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
So many good point guards in this league. So much responsibility comes with that position. That was a smart play.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. So out there for the Nuggets right now, they've got JaVale McGee, Paul Millsap out there with Green. Then there's Jamal Murray.
So frustrating when you can't get anything to go down as you're trying to help your team finish the job. Great pass to set your man up with a high percentage look.
The Nuggets leading by 5. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Patterson. Leonard comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Paul George in for Rajon Rondo. Murray outside. Offline with his 3.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
Leonard, no luck. The Nuggets shooting 43% for the game. And now we've got the intentional foul. Jokic has checked in for JaMychal Green. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Dozier kicks to Murray. Jokic passes to Dozier. Back to Jokic. He can't get that one to fall. Great D that time from Leonard. Here's George. It's hauled in by Gordon. Gordon's got 6 rebounds now in the game. McGee dishes to Gordon. Back to McGee, and the foul called on Marcus Morris. That'll be his second foul of the game. Pass to Jokic. 7-foot shot. And it's in off the backboard. And the Nuggets lead by 7.
Sometimes he seems to be indestructible with the finishes he can make. Jokic is a force down low.
And George with the stuff.
Vital basket there. This is just the time and really just the situation when he looks to take over.
Lets it go from deep. And it's George again missing.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Leonard inside. He's against Gordon. And the wide open shot from Morris. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Zubac's with it. And it's Gordon picking him up. Here's George. That one goes in. George has got 10 points here in the second half.
Paul George loves these situations. The bigger the moment, the more he wants to deliver.
And there's another turnover by the Nuggets. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Morris. And Denver with a change here too. Porter's checked in for Aaron Gordon. George looking around. Shoots the three. Buries it from three-point range. George has got 7 now in this quarter.
You know that he's always going to find a way to get the ball in tight situations like that and knock it down.
Murray finds McGee. Throws it up high. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's George. Oh, that was something else.
That was nasty. Letting it all hang out when George takes flight. Just enjoy the show.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Porter in the corner. And nothing is falling for him right now. LA has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. George, no good. Nuggets have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. A nice shot by Dozier. And 1:01 left in the fourth quarter. And George kicks to Leonard. Yes! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
Porter passes to Murray. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Outside Porter. Here's Dozier. That one's not going to go. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. It falls!
No moment is ever too big for Paul George. He remains confident in the clutch.
And so it's Porter bringing it up now for Denver. 15 seconds left in the game. McGee dishes to Porter. Back to McGee. Good! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
And we are headed to overtime. A do-or-die defensive stop. And they come up big. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ball game. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. So the Clippers win the tip. And always a good ride in these post-regulation battles. This overtime now looking to be an exciting one. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Ivica Zubac is out there with Patrick Patterson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Batum in at the 3.
That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson. Staying patient, surveying the court, and locates the open man.
McGee finds Murray. Here's Bol. Oh, and he pops it off the glass. Wow. Patterson with it. Outside Jackson. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And the Clippers making a change here. George is checked in. Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. Jokic, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Porter comes in for Aaron Gordon. Nuggets on D. A 2-point game. The three from George. The offensive rebound.
The uncanny ability to time the tip in. He does this night in and night out.
Here's Murray. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Looking to get it going. Rebound by the Clippers. Zubac has got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Left side, George. Jackson kicks to Leonard. On the wing, George. Six on the shot clock. Back to Jackson. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. And it's Leonard missing. Now here's Porter. Pass to Bull. And stolen by Patterson. Jackson passes to Zubac. Kicks it out to Leonard. Now here is George. The tray. Rebound by Murray.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result.
And it's Jokic missing. And stolen by Barton. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys. So that's a free basket right there.
Oh, just got too aggressive. You've got to play smart. Got to it on the way down. And that's a big whistle.
Outside, George. And the foul on Will Barton. That's his first foul. Los Angeles making a switch here. Batum's checked in. And Denver with a change here, too. Gordon's checked in. Now George. To the middle. And Batum kicks to George. Just 5 on the clock. A three from Leonard. The shot will not fall.
And overtime has come down to this. They need at least 2 points or you can kiss this baby good night.
These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assistant.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Man, it took forever for them to commit that foul. I don't know why they didn't do it right away. Those are precious seconds.
The rare guy who can do everything at both ends. Paul George gives you a chance to win every night.
Deep two from Murray. Off the inbound, no good. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac. So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close. David, thank you. The city of Denver is in. And we've got.
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed. Something special, David. Thanks. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Short a rotation player, nothing they can't overcome, but it does shrink your margin for error just a bit.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Nuggets, Gordon out there with Jokic. Then it's Porter. Then it's Will Barton. And it's Murray in at the 1 spot. And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. Murray with it. The kick out to Porter. From deep three-point range, it's rebounded by Doncic.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Well, Doris, it should be an interesting matchup in the low post. How do you see the battle of the bigs playing out in this one tonight?
Boy, what a classic low post strength-on-strength contest we are in for tonight. Now, that's more the exception than the norm these days. I'll tell you what, you give me some skilled big men on the box doing work, I'm all about that.
And the Mavericks with possession here. Following the miss by Aaron Gordon. Out to Doncic. Back to Porzingis. With some arc, it's not going to go for him. And it's Denver the other way. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his first foul. JaVale McGee's checked in for Gordon. The Mavericks also with a sub. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Maxi Kleba. In the corner, Murray with it. It's good from long range.
And Murray is so deadly with the catch and shoot, Jay. When the D isn't playing up on him, he has no problem going right up with him.
Now, here's Doncic. Up and in on the layup. Doncic has got 6.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Jokic against Cauley Stein. Clock at 6. And McGee kicks to Porter. Fires from 18. The Mavericks pull it in.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
And last year, Dallas gave Porzingis the contract he was looking for to the tune of $158 million.
And Greg, credit the Dallas organization for believing in Kristaps Porzingis' talent. And now credit Porzingis, because you have to share shot attempts and usage with Luka Doncic. What has he done? He's concentrated on better rebounding, better rim protecting. This guy is all in on winning, and what a combination these two guys can be.
A nightly double-double threat. Jokic is also an exceptional playmaker for a guy that size.
And Jokic drops them both.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
Doncic against Murray. Cauley Stein passes to Porzingis. No good on the triple. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for Denver. It's a 3-point game. Here's Cauley Stein, and Cauley Stein throws it down.
What a pass by Luka Doncic. He's got tremendous size, and obviously they want the ball in his hands.
Now, here's Jokic. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Murray, good.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Cauley Stein in the post, guarded by McGee. Cauley Stein dishes to Doncic. Over Murray, and another basket for Dallas.
How about 5 straight made from the field to start?
Here's Murray up on top, guarded by Doncic. Murray kicks to Porter. From past the arc, it's rebounded by Porzingis. Mavericks leading by 5. Finney Smith, good, and the assist goes to Doncic.
Boy, what a feel Luka Doncic brings to the game. This guy always willing to get his teammates involved.
Murray outside. And the rejection by CLA Stein. And they're moving it up. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And converted more than 4 out of every 5 free throw attempts last year. So just solid at the line.
So both teams changing it up here. The Nuggets trail by 9. 30 seconds left to play in the first. Campazzo fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
Well, major height disadvantage. He recognizes that and still able to score it.
Paul Millsap is checked in for Denver. And Dallas also making a switch. Redick is checked in. Now here's Kleba. No points in the game yet for him. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. He feeds it to Powell. Shot clock at 5. Rebound by the Nuggets. Here's Dozier. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. It's been all about Luka Doncic for... And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
And a moment now to reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So out there for the Nuggets right now, we've got Gordon. Green is out there with Paul Millsap. Then there's Jamal Murray.
And a tough season a year ago for Aaron Gordon, Doris. Fell short of the output he had the last few years and had a tough time hitting from the outside.
Well, Greg, you're an former NBA player, so you know the history here. Trying to find a rhythm while fighting through injuries is very difficult to do. This guy's got unbelievable athleticism. He's sharpening his skills. I think it's just a matter of time for Aaron Gordon.
And here's the break. Here's Brunson. Lays it in off the breakaway. Brunson's got the lead up to 10 now for the Mavs.
And with the pace of today's game, transition defense is at a premium.
I don't think anyone was catching him on that play. That is unbelievable.
And that's a couple of very shaky possessions in a row. 1 turnover right after the other.
Mavericks leading by 10. Now Brunson. Now the pass to Marjanovic. Kicks it to Powell. And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That'll be his second foul of the game.
To a certain extent, you like the aggressiveness, but that's 2 fouls already. Take a step back.
Outside, Redick. Can't hit from 12. Here's the Nuggets with the ball. Campazzo. The rebound by Marjanovic. And here they come. Here's Powell. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Mavericks lead by 12.
Tell you, even with some physical contact, Powell gets it done. Love his persistence.
Pass to Dozier. On the wing, Gordon. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Works that one inside nicely.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Willie Cauley-Stein comes in for Marjanovic. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Gordon, no good on the free throw. Greg, as a point guard, you must have had so much fun being surrounded by so much terrific talent at UNLV.
You know, Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon, I mean, I could go on. And you're right, I was blessed to play alongside these guys. They were incredible talents, finishers. And, you know, you don't always appreciate it going through that moment, but the fact that we're all still close and stay in contact, man, what an awesome experience to be a part of that team.
Chemistry must have been off the charts on that team.
It was, and we had a lot of personalities, man. It was a different era back then, but I tell you, again, I wouldn't trade that experience for anything.
And here are the Nuggets now, following the score by Dallas. Millsap passes to Bull. Poked loose. Takes a three. Dozier can't get it to go. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Porzingis, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Josh Richardson subbed in for J.J. Redick. Timeout is called, first of the game for the Nuggets.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Well, poor rotations, poor communication. There's a lot to figure out right now.
Gordon's checked in for Denver. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Now, here's Doncic. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. We've got 1:48 left in the first half of basketball. Here's Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk.
Well, you have to admire the strength of Aaron Gordon. This guy is adept at finding his way through intense defense.
Doncic outside. A minute 20 left to play here in the second quarter. Kleber kicks to Doncic. Mavericks leading by 10. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's Gordon. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Gordon's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, after a less than stellar start in the first quarter, you like to see that shot go down.
Doncic feeling it out. Dishes it to Cauley-Stein. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Nice open look, but it's no good. Murray kicks to Bull. Gordon finds Jokic. Shakes him. And it's good on the layup.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Doncic dishes to Cauley-Stein. Count it, good. And the Mavericks lead by 8.
Make no mistake, guys, the playmaking ability of Luka Doncic is special. Even at a young age, this guy can pick apart a defense.
Here's Murray, and he uses the glass on the layup. Murray's got 7 points in the game.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Here's Doncic, and Doncic throws it down.
Well, the tight handle allows Luka Doncic to make the pretty move off the bounce.
And so it's Dallas holding up. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, good to see. Luka Doncic has been the story in this one. He had 12 points, 3 assists. And that.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. On the court for the Mavericks. Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Richardson is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward position.
And the D has no answer for Murray. Just absolutely ferocious at attacking the basket.
Here's Doncic. Denver getting their last shot to go. Nice D from Porter.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Passes it to Barton. Up again. It's good on the putback.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And so Doncic will bring it up for Dallas. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Finney Smith passes to Porzingis. Drops in the layup for two. Porzingis has got his first points of the game.
Oh, that's a good, strong finish. Porzingis not shying away from getting after it.
Murray against Doncic. Here's McGee. Porter kicks to Murray. Inside. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Shot clock at 6. McGee, the pass to Green. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper, and that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
A different look for Denver. Jokic has checked in for Green, and Gordon subbed in for Michael Porter. The Mavericks also with a sub. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Here's Cauley Stein, and contact on the... And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Mavericks leading by 8. Here's Richardson. It's hauled in by Gordon. Nuggets have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Here's Jokic. And Barton throws it down. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Here's Doncic. 12 points for him. Over Murray. Doncic passes to Cauley Stein. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Murray.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. And the Nuggets making a change here. Millsap's checked in. The Nuggets trail by 6. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Down low. Here's Jokic. Shoots a fader. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got his 5th rebound in this one. And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That's his 3rd foul of the game. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
Now here's Richardson. Good on the bucket. And the Mavericks lead by 6.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
They get it back. Bull.
Yeah, bold with the unique.
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And since Millsap joined the league back in 2006, grit has been his calling card. Some contact won't stop him from attacking.
And he makes the first. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And so Paul Millsap nails both of them. And here are the Mavericks now. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Now here's Brunson. Defense is right there. An easy 2 points on the layup.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. The Mavericks on top. They're up by 6. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Paul Millsap out there with Michael Porter. And there's JaVale McGee. And it's Dozier in at the point guard position. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Porter looking it over. Second chance shot. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from McGee.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
On the wing, Hardaway. And the Mavericks call time here.
And sometimes from the outside, not always clear what led a coach to call for a timeout.
And as you know, it's what comes after that gives you some sense of what has changed.
So both teams making some changes here. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear Rick Carlisle's message to his team. He's encouraged where they are at this point in the game, but he told his guys things can turn in a blink. What we need to do is execute the rest of the way. So we'll see if they can finish this one off, Kevin.
Well, you want to talk about a picture-perfect jumper. Luka Doncic knows a thing or two about getting into the mid-range.
Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
Boy, and not just the aggression, the ability to get to the rim, but how about the finish with intention?
And Doncic gets it to go.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Murray, no good.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Porzingis is checked in. Murray against Doncic. Pass to Marjanovic. Doncic outside. Good again. He's on tonight. 9 for 13 shooting.
Just another way Luka Doncic is such a tough cover. This guy's knack for getting into the painted area and converting both easy shots and contested shots. Well, after hitting one triple in the first half, it's been all radio silence since.
Richardson the pass to Porzingis. Back to Richardson. Off the left rim and out.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
The drive by Jokic. Shoots. Up and in with the jumper near the hoop.
Plays a rugged game down low. Jokic's toughness adds character to the identity of this team.
Doncic against Murray. Now here's Doncic. Defense right on him. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
Listen, this is becoming routine for Luka Doncic. This guy's a big-time scorer who can take over when he's ready.
And it's Murray penetrating. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
On the wing, Doncic. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Doncic has got 10 points now just in this quarter.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Well, when it's closing time, he's trying to lock the door. He's been going all night.
Bull misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. Mavericks leading by 8. Finney Smith passes to Marjanovic. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
That's good from Porter on the assist by Murray. Porter's got his first 2 points.
Just using his size well close to the rim. Porter is outstanding at cashing in from those spots.
Doncic outside, and there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for Bull. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. Trailing here by 8. And Murray, here we go. And it's Murray with the jam.
I have to enjoy seeing Murray jam it down. His vertical is very impressive.
Brunson scanning the floor. Doubled by Murray. Always shine in the post. Jokic defending. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Brunson, no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock, and he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
The drive by Jokic. Good! And now they trail by just 4.
Calm and collected in the game's biggest moments. You can rely on Jokic when you need a basket.
And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
Denver calls timeout. They're down by 4. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And guys, the plan's got to be here to pressure that inbound pass and try to come up with the steal. If that doesn't happen, then immediately foul and put them on the line.
And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Luka Doncic.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip. Yeah, no way that should have taken so long. They don't have that much time to waste. They need to foul immediately.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5.
And there's so much to like about Luka Doncic, but perhaps the best thing is he can contribute in every aspect of the game. Scoring, rebounding, passing, you name it.
First free throw is good, and that brings them within 5.
And Murray has it all. A deadly shooter and a remarkable penetrator. Terrific guard play.
So a close game sees Dallas taking this one. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight.